Hey everyone, so I've been thinking a lot about what new traders focus on, and it's almost always about finding that super high win rate strategy, right? Like hitting those win every single time. But here's the thing, and this is so important. It's not just about winning a lot, it's about how much you win compared to how much you risk. This is where risk to reward ratio comes in. Let me break it down. Imagine you're using a strategy where for every dollar you risk, you stand to make 2. That's a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Now get this, even if you only win about a third of your trades, like around 34%, you'll still be profitable, or at least break even in the long run. Seriously, even with a win rate 50%, you can come out ahead. It's mind-blowing, right? Let's talk about why risk to reward ratio is so powerful. When you have a favorable risk to reward ratio, you're essentially giving yourself a higher chance of success over time. Even if you have a lower win rate, as long as your wins are significantly larger than your losses, you can still achieve consistent profitability. This is a fundamental concept in your trading that can make a huge difference in your results. So how do we find these kind of opportunities? Well, one key thing in trading is that the trend is your friend, and we want to trade with the trend, not against it. Makes sense, right? Now, to figure out the trend, you can use something called a moving average. There are tons of different moving averages out there, but you don't need to get overwhelmed. I like to use 10 and 1 different moving averages with 300 period RMA. It's really helpful tool. Basically, if the price is above 300 period RMA, we can consider that an uptrend. If the price is below it, we're likely in a downtrend. It's that simple. Alright, so we talk about finding the trend, but now comes the really important part, knowing when to jump into a trade. This is all about timing your entry. Now, while I do use some indicators, my approach is mainly based on price action. We're looking for a pullback. What's a pullback, you ask? Well, it's basically a temporary dip or pause in the prevailing trend. Think of it like a little breather before the trend continues. It's during these pullbacks that we want to try and enter our trades. So, how do we spot those pullbacks? Here's a cool trick I use. I add 3 moving averages to my chart. Significantly, I use 3 EMA indicator. EMA stands for exponential moving average, and it's just another type of moving averages that gives more weight to recent price data. Anyway, once you've got that indicator on your chart, you'll need to tweak the settings a little. I like to use 90 period EMA, but here's the kicker. We're going to use 3 of them, each with a different source. One EMA will be based on the closing price, another on the high price, and the last one on the low price. That's all you need for this particular strategy. Why 3 different EMAs? You might be wondering. Well, by using the high, low, and close prices, we create a sort of zone or band around the price action. This band can give us a clearer picture of potential support and resistance levels, and it helps us identify those pullback opportunities more effectively. So, by putting all that together, here's how we can build a simple potential profitable trading strategy. First things first, we need to figure out what the market is doing. What's the overall trend? Remember, we use the 300 period RMA and look at where the price candles are in relation to it. In this example, let's say we've confirmed an uptrend, meaning the price is trading above the 300 RMA, so we're looking for buy opportunities. Now here's where those EMAs comes in. When we want to see the price candles pull back and retest that the 3 EMA band we created. That's our first clue. But we don't jump in right away. We wait for the price candles to actually close us above that 3 EMA band after the retest. That's our buy signal. When that happens, it can often signal a good time to enter a trade, riding the uptrend. Now what about protecting ourselves? We need a stop loss. In this strategy, a good place for a stop loss is just below the most recent swing low, and that's the lowest point that price has reached before starting its upward move. This helps limit your potential losses if the trade goes against you. And remember our risk to reward ratio? We're aiming for the sweet 1 to 2 ratio. Risk 1 to potentially make 2. Now, what about selling? Well, it's basically the mirror image of the buy setup. If the price is below the 300 RMA signaling a downtrend, we're looking for a sell opportunity. We wait for the price to rally back and retest the 3 EMA band from below. Then we wait for the candle to close below the band, and that's our sell signal. And the stop loss, you guessed it, just above the most recent swing high. And again, we're aiming for 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. It's all about trading with the trend and managing your risk. But wait, there's more. I've actually put the strategy to the test. I did some backtesting, which basically means running it through historical data to see how it would have performed. And the results were pretty interesting. I ran 100 trades, and guess what? The win rate comes out to be 62%. Not bad, right? But here's the really exciting part. In just those 100 trades, we saw a 133% increase in the account balance. That's huge. And it gets even better. We look at something called the profit factor, which tells you how much profit you make for every dollar you risk. In this test, the profit factor was over 3. Actually, it was 3.26. This is fantastic for any strategy. It shows that the wins were significantly larger than the losses. We also checked the maximized drawdown, which shows the biggest dip we saw in the account balance during the test, and it was super low, under 3, only 2.97%. That means the strategy was pretty consistent, without huge swings in the account balance. Now I want to be clear, I'm not telling you to go out and trade with this strategy blindly. Every trader is different, and what works for one might not work for another. But what I do want to show you is how incredibly powerful a high risk to reward ratio can be. It's often even more important than a super huge win rate. This backtest really highlights that. It's about making sure your wins are bigger than your losses. And this strategy with its focus on the 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio really demonstrates the principle in action.